You want me to wait? Wow.
Right?
Okay. It's movie star.
We're gonna cook a whole prime rib, about 10 kilo, maybe a little bit more, in a smoker oven. This is a smoker oven, but always we have to preheat first the oven. It's at 160 degrees, but we want to lower it down. We're going to put it on Celsius. So we start off power. Now look at this. We're going to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. It's on Fahrenheit, now we want to change it to Celsius. Go off.
Okay.
There we are. So, 71 degrees is the holding. Cooking, it's 121. To give it time for the smoker, 1 hour. We keep the arrow up. One hour. We're going to smoke for 1 hour. We're going to use the probe at 43 at 32 degrees. Then it's going to go all the way up. Now, we have wood chips, just regular. If you want to, somebody wants to season the wood. John, if people like, instead of water, we can use red wine, white wine, sometimes tea leaves, coffee beans, orange peel, different fruit or vegetable to give a little bit extra flavor, or you can even use something very popular, vodka, to give a different kind of a flavor. I'm going to use some wood. We need to put it in, and we need to get that wood to get wet. It takes between 5 to 10 minutes to get the wood wet. We do have 4 different flavors: hickory, cherry, apple, and maple. So as always, we have to get the wood to get a little bit wet. So we wait for about 5 minutes. Then we take it and we put it in a thing, in the little tray, and we'll put it in a smoker so we can smoke. We can cook and smoke together, all at the same time. This is a regular IBP, Iowa Beef Producers, regular meat. It's about 10 to 12 kilo, bone in, but no cap, no fat, just a little fat. We're going to open it and season it. First, we have to remove the plastic. When you cut, don't cut deep. See, I cut very gentle and it doesn't cut the meat. As any meat, when you take it out of the plastic, you have the blood. That maybe smells a little bit out of the plastic. So always wipe it off, take that off. Then now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and season the meat. Seasoning, we want to put it really No colors, no nothing. We don't need to do anything. We go ahead, season it in all the sides. Gives a really good, nice flavor. Just pack it on. Good, looks okay. I always like to check it up. See, it needs a little bit more to get wet. And I'll tell you what we do, wait this. If we're putting one roast, put it in the middle of the oven. Close the door. Now we're checking again. Cooking that temperature. Smoke it 1 hour. Holding is too high. We need to drop down the temperature. So I have to shut it off. Because if we get it at 70 degrees, we'll be more done. We want it to be more air. Still the same temperature. Probe, 32 degrees. Smoke 1 hour. We'll push the button, start. This is telling me that internal temperature. Now, I want to lock this control. On, locking it. We want to have it on regular programs, we can do it in here. We can pre-program different items, like here. And we can put it on the paper. Ribs, all different things, we can put it all here. And then it can be in all these programs. Any questions so far or anything?
I don't want to forget John. He's helping us out on the electronics today, otherwise we have to walk around and switch from one to the other.
We got the weights, okay, it was about 18.5 kilo when we put it in. Okay, we cook it at 120 degrees and we hold it at 60 Celsius. And the same thing I'm doing now to show you the difference by cooking one in a combi. So this one was 19 kilo, it's not that much different. Same temperature, I'm cooking it at 120 degrees and then we're going to pull it out and weigh it and see the difference, how much of the loss between the one. It was frozen and it was jacquarded. Do you know what I mean with jacquarded? Jacquarded is when they're doing needling. It's a lot of very, very small needles and the pen. So the product here, we put it yesterday about 3:30. It cooked for about 2.5 hours. It's holding for 16. So this comes up here. 16 hours and 21 minutes, and still it's going to hold for another 20 minutes before we serve it. How long can we hold the meat in here? Up to 24 hours. What's the capacity of this thing is? If I can do 1 piece of roast, or I can do 9 pieces of roast, 45 to 50 kilo capacity is this thing. So it doesn't make any difference. How long is going to take if it took the 2.5 hours, let's say 2.5 to 3 hours, how long is it going to take if I put 9 pieces in there? About the same amount, maybe a half an hour longer. That's all. So it doesn't make any difference.
Het zit er helemaal uit.
push that in there. What happened? It doesn't swim in water.
What do you mean with 20 degrees less? What? The input? The input from the holding cabinet?
I put the one we did with Mark for Indonesia.
Was
Roll count. Roll.
Rich
count. The rich count. He said, I don't want to do plate up meals. I want my people to plate the meal hot. But I have 5 banquets. He has 5. When we cut steaks and you'll see the difference. A little bit difference. Even cooked. Now,
Yeah.